Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. The reason that I wanted to make this video was to show you guys how I've been using the Steam controller in order to play this game recently. I will explain more about that as we're driving, and obviously the idea is that you can see how I can drive with the Steam controller, ignoring of course my bad driving skills, only thinking about how the controller affects my driving. But before all of that, I would like to say I haven't really made a lot of videos on this channel recently, or on any channel recently. I've been very busy in real life. I do intend to come back to this at some point more regularly, but I would ask you just to hang in there if you can. And yeah, I do appreciate all the people that are still subscribed and are waiting very patiently. I do really appreciate that. Anyway, without further ado, so the first thing I'd say is using the Steam controller, I'm using the trackpad in order to use the menus. Now, personally, I find this works pretty well. Maybe not perfect, but certainly this works a lot easier than, for example, if you're using a regular 360 controller, for example, then that will be a lot harder in my opinion in the menus. I do really like using a trackpad in the menus. Right, we're going to find a job, hopefully a relatively short one. I don't want to make an incredibly long video. Wow, look at all these. These are pretty long, I assume. I am earning more though. Okay, let's try this one, shall we? Let's try this one. Okay, so here we are. I'll try to navigate out of this parking area as soon as possible. Here we go. Oh, we got a digger on the back. In England I would call that a JCB. But what do I know? Right, now one thing I'd say straight off the bat, when you're doing these very, very tight corners, I personally find I have to drive very slowly when I use the Steam controller, because obviously when you're using a stick to use the wheel, it's not as intuitive as actually having a wheel. I nearly crashed there. Okay, I'm alright, I'm good. No, I'm not. No, I think I'm alright. But yeah, obviously in the past I've used the steering wheel quite a lot. But for real life reasons, I haven't had my steering wheel out for a while because, you know, because of reasons in real life, whatever. So that was why about a week and a half ago I decided I would try the Steam controller on this game. And I was really pleasantly surprised, and that's why I'm making this video. It really is very playable. I mean, obviously using a wheel, like I said, I used to use a wheel a lot on this game, and obviously using a wheel on this game is way, way better, of course. That goes without saying. But this is a really good alternative, and the fact that you could be sat on your sofa in your living room playing this game on your TV very easily, you know, very nicely using this, I think that's really good, because there's a lot of people that would like to do this, especially as this is quite a relaxing kind of game. Now, I do often do that using the controller, but that's just because I suck. Right, now when I use the trackpad to look left and right, it is a little bit hard, it is a little bit slower, but it kind of works and you kind of get used to it. Oh, red light, damn you. But one of the things that makes the Steam controller, in my opinion, is the fact that you can actually right-click on the game that you like to play. You go to Edit Configuration, something like that, and you can choose a template. So I usually just search through the community-made templates, and I find the one with the most amount of votes, and I apply that, and I try that, and if that one doesn't work for me, then I try the one with the next largest amount of votes, and so on. And I usually find that's amazing. The fact that people in the community have taken the time of making a really well-made setup for the Steam controller on these games is pretty cool, and it usually works. For most of the games that I play, it usually works real well. Come on, man. Why are you slowing down so much? Oh, I think he wants to turn left. Damn you! You're not allowed to turn left. You're in my way, dude. But yeah, so I find the only time that doesn't work is when a game is very, very obscure. But obviously American Truck Sim is a fairly popular game, so I was easily able to find a template for this game, which I think works really well. So that's really awesome. Obviously, if you're using a regular controller, then you don't have that option of being able to remap the functions and all that. So I think that's awesome, and that's one of the major reasons that I think the Steam controller is really good. And yeah, like I would say that the only things that are a little bit annoying using the Steam controller in this game, like I said earlier, when you're using the trackpad to look around, it's a little bit slow. I haven't worked out a way of increasing the sensitivity of that. There could be a way of doing that. It might be I haven't worked it out myself, but at the moment and I keep doing that, that's my fault. At the moment I haven't worked out that, but that would be nice if I could find a way of making it more sensitive. See what I mean? And that would alleviate that issue. The only other thing is, well, if you stick with the regular if you stick with the regular FOV in the game, I find that it's not very good when I'm using a Steam controller. Now, I suppose it would be exactly the same if you were using the keyboard and the mouse, or even, yeah. So this is probably not only for the Steam controller, but I find that the FOV of the interior is a bit weird, because I always like to drive being able to see in the left hand side mirror, and I find that with the regular camera I can't really do that very comfortably. So I used the mod and I chose the FOV of about 90, I think it was, and I find that's really good, because then I can easily see the left hand side mirror at all times fairly comfortably. And as you can see, I always have the right hand side one as the virtual one, the virtual mirror, because I find when I have to look like this at the mirror on the right hand side, it's very annoying with the Steam controller. But to be fair, I used to do that even when I used the steering wheel, so yeah. Right, anyone coming? Yes, there is. We should be able to make it now. So this corner, just a bit slower, like that. No one is coming on the other side, so we can use the other side of the road. And as you can see, I can use the indicators very easily. They're very well mapped on this template that I'm using for the Steam controller. All of the functions that I would need are all easily accessible. It's just a matter of obviously learning where they are on the controller, but I very rarely have to use the keyboard, if ever, so it's a very good experience for just sitting back and relaxing. I suppose another reason that the Steam controller has been very good on this game for me recently is because I've had some very stressful days in real life, and I've found this game really good at the end of the day when I'm really tired. For about an hour or an hour and a half or so, I'll sit and just cruise on this game with the Steam controller. I can sit back in my chair, relax. It's pretty cool. It's pretty relaxing. So yeah, for me, the Steam controller and this game have, worked really well together. It's just my bad driving, but you just ignore that. I always had that, even when I use a steering wheel. But yeah. So I would really encourage, if you do have a Steam controller, to try out this game. It works pretty well. Probably going way too fast. Yeah, Oh, a red light! Oh, damn it. We've already missed it. There was no point in trying to stop there. Whoops. Sorry, mate. Thanks for letting me go. For those of you that have watched my videos or seen me play this game in the past, you will realise that I don't really drive to the absolute... You know, I don't drive perfectly. I like to sometimes go a little bit faster, you know, try and overtake unrealistically. I don't really care about the speeding offences and stuff. Oh, I can't see the red light. Is that because I went too far forward? Not sure. There's my truck. Looking good. So I'm assuming, oh actually, we're still a ways away. Now this kind of corner is a perfect example. With a steering wheel, I'd go around this way faster, but using the Steam controller, if I try and go too fast, I'll overshoot the corner like crazily. Right, hopefully no one's coming. Anyone coming? No, good. And we're off again. We're off and trucking again. Definitely. Whoops. So one of the things I did think would be an issue, and I suppose that this isn't really only for the Steam controller, but for any controller, I thought I would be like steering in a very jerky way. Whenever you try and use the keyboard with this game, your steering is obviously very jerky and not very natural, but actually I found it pretty alright with the Steam controller. It's not too bad. Like, even when there's a road that's quite windy, I do find it's pretty okay. It's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Oh, missed. Oh yes, we got a speeding offence again. Like I said, I don't usually care about that stuff. Come on. Undertaking like a boss. And then let's force this guy to let me out. Yay. Overtaking a policeman. Breaking the speed limit, I imagine. Is he going to give me another ticket? Probably. No, maybe not. Hello, Mr. Policeman, I'm going too fast. Why didn't you catch me? Okay, go back into this lane. Like I said, I do like to drive a bit fast. Not completely crazily, but I do like to kind of overtake. And it's a little bit unrealistic, but hey, it's fun. Passing some trucks here. So yeah, so I think you can kind of see that I have pretty good control, apart from my bad driving skills. Using the indicator's fine. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I haven't actually tried it yet on European Truck Sim, so I'll probably try that at some point, but at the moment for some reason I find myself more attracted to American Truck Sim, and I believe they're bringing out a new DLC soon, a new map add-on, which should be pretty cool. I wonder what they're going to be doing after American Truck Simulator. Well, I suppose that this game will last quite a long time. I feel like they kind of will need to update their graphics. I mean, the graphics are still pretty good, but I do feel I would imagine that American Truck Sim, I don't know, they'll probably be bringing out DLCs for a while, but whatever is the next game, and I need to concentrate. Am I supposed to be going here? Yes, I am. Oh crap! Sorry, mate. This is like highly illegal, probably. Let's just see if he lets me go. Yeah. That's what you get for talking and driving. What was I saying? Yeah, whatever their next full game is, whether it be Euro Truck 3 or something, I don't know. I feel like they need to work on the graphical stuff. I don't know if they need to change engine or something. I mean, it's fine for the time being. And when Euro Truck Simulator 2 first came out, the graphics were pretty amazing. Maybe not amazing, but pretty decent after what I'd gotten used to with Euro Truck Sim 1 and UK Truck Sim and stuff like that. But I do feel with the next iteration they do need to work out some slightly nicer graphics. Just my opinion. And what do I know? Probably not much. Ding. So we're getting near the end of our job. Using the Steam controller. Oh crap. Oh, this should be a challenging little corner here because, like I said, do fine with these. Well, actually, it's not too bad. Because no one was coming, that obviously makes it easier, you know. Oh, what lovely scenery we got here. What lovely scenery. And here we go. Now, one thing I will say is I've been a bit lazy with parking. I feel like you could learn how to park with the controller if you were to practice. Obviously, I used to do the parking with the wheel. It is a lot harder. It's not as intuitive to park with a controller. I believe that if you were to practice, you could get pretty good at it, but I'm a bit lazy, or I have been a bit lazy. So what I usually do is just skip the parking. I know it's not the best thing to do, but that's what I've been doing. Anyway, guys, hopefully this video has shown you or has given you some idea at how you can play this game using a Steam controller. I was pleasantly surprised, and if you're in a situation where you can't use a wheel, obviously this is a pretty good alternative. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video, and maybe, hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.